Dang it. Did I get it? No, I missed it.
Okay, there you go.
Try again.
Now we're live. Hey, we got a hype train going. Like, before we get started. And Madman's here. The Madman.
Oh.
He's been gone. We've missed you, buddy.
We learned that's actually his last name.
That's right.
Madman.
Madman.
That conversation.
Madman?
He was,
Johnny Madman.
he was telling a story and he like slipped his real name in. He's like, I mean, they called me Madman. It's like, really? Like, that's what they called you? Like,
His
Kept
coworkers.
sniping all the Madman.
Go by Banshee.
Right
Jay,
on.
let me lean into this joke setup for you.
oh, yes.
What do you think? What's a Kraken's favorite food? What is a Kraken's favorite food?
Nuts. Some kind of nut. Maybe? No? Cracking nuts? No? Okay, no. I mean,
Fish?
like,
Fish and chips.
Fish.
oh, ships.
Fish and chips.
You have to slow down for that one.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's a good one.
Very nice.
That is a good one.
All right, let's see here. Get some music.
We
going
experienced
for
that. That's a little too close to home. I mean, it wasn't a Kraken.
I was
It
thinking
was
about
a
that.
real
It's-
story, real life.
But it definitely cracked a ship. So
It did. Two
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah,
wonder
it
if
took
we'll run
both
into him
ships and
again.
just
We are
smushed them
gonna see
together.
that guy again for sure.
nah.
Yeah, if you
No, 'cause-
recall, when Kira went off with Raikkonen, they went off to investigate some pirate
Some
activity.
pirates.
That had a little bit
No.
something to do with Kira's backstory and what her interests were, but there may or may not be some more pirates in your future. We'll have to wait and see.
Ho, ho, ho.
But first,
Oh dear.
there's
a
more,
dragon.
there's more imminent problems that need dealing with. Welcome, everybody.
Turtles.
We are the Bad Plans D&D
That's right.
crew. We're going to deal with some turtles tonight. We're going to deal with some dragons. We're going to deal with a newly level 9 group. Congratulations, everybody. I hope everybody leveled up. We have some new and exciting things. We're live here every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. on Twitch. If you miss any episodes or you just want to go back and watch all sorts of awesome content, YouTube is where it's at. Please hit us up, subscribe over there, follow here. Thank you very much to the hype train that's going on right now. Zaxa just subscribed, Noel earlier. Everybody, thank you guys for the follows and everything. We appreciate it. You guys are awesome. What's going on this week? Is anybody... Jamie and I released a video on Wicked Makers for the first time in 9 months.
Yeah.
So that's a quick little shout
long
out that we're
time.
proud of. Yeah.
It was great.
Thanks.
Thank you.
It was
very
fun
much.
and it took forever.
I mean,
It was awesome.
I love that things are like, and then the next day, I'm like, the next day? Like, it's like, yeah, we'll let
yeah.
this dry for a couple days. Okay.
It took us a month to build that thing.
Oh my
Did it
gosh.
actually like curb the destruction? That's my question. Is it working?
Yeah.
No.
Hard no.
Yes. It
hard
was
no.
incredible.
Hard no. No.
Oh my gosh.
It looks cool in the living room.
It
So
definitely looks cool. Like he digs it, but it has not curbed any. It has not curtailed any mayhem whatsoever.
no.
But I don't know. Whatever. What are you gonna do, right? But yeah. Anyway, anything else you guys want to shout out or talk about before we dive into our story today? All right.
I think we're ready.
ready. When we last left our adventurers, you'd learned that most of what you knew of the fearsome dragon Llazenax was not what it seemed. After sneaking out of the oasis with Cattell to avoid being seen by the Tinker's spies, you hiked 2 days north to the rim of the Steel Sand Desert. Cattell guided you to a hidden canyon where, upon entering, an enormous maelstrom of sand erupted in the center of the canyon. You must jump, she told you. The massive whirlpool of sand was a test, a leap of faith. Without even the slightest hesitation, all of you leapt into the unknown. You emerged in a large, round cavern deep below the surface. It was clearly an ancient Thulesian ruin, though the architecture had a distinctly draconic influence, with carvings and frescoes of dragons and Thulesh working together. Small beams of sunlight pierced through the ceiling, creating a dim light that was mixed with an eerie blue emitting from wisps of lightning that seemed to dance around the room whimsically, the hairs on your arms and neck raising from the static electricity filling the air. A deep voice boomed from the darkness, asking questions of the group. When the voice seemed satisfied, it showed itself. The voice was that of Llazenax, son of Llazenax the Wanderer, and steward of the Storm Forge. You learned from him that the rumors of an incredibly aggressive and dangerous blue dragon who patrolled the skies, killing at will, was a carefully calculated risk. A ruse. Carefully calculated ruse. And risk, perhaps. Llazenax certainly had been patrolling the skies and destroying the Tinker's soldiers at every opportunity, but never had he harmed the Bali or any of the other natives of the desert. Llazenax is a hybrid dragon, his mother Llazenax a brass, his father a blue. His demeanor was that of something in between the two. Proud, fierce, yet kind. His line were those who stood watch over the Storm Forge, the one place where soul steel could be forged. Soul steel was a dragon scale alloy used to create forms that could house living souls, not unlike Vinadil's current body, which you found out was made of this very material. Llazenax claimed that although the Tinker didn't know it yet, it was this place and what lay within it that the Tinker desired above all else, the reason he was here in the desert. His armies were crude imitations of what the Thulesh had mastered, but even their creations were not without fault. For a soul bound outside of its original body would always decay as the spirit winds slowly eroded away its essence. A vessel of soul steel could house a living soul for much, much longer, but still not forever. This is why the Tinker's creations, strong as they are, will eventually decay and fall to ruin. He knows the Thulesh had discovered the secret, but he's searching for what and where that secret is. When the Tinker came here, Llazenax and Cattell, who'd been friends since childhood, devised a plan to keep him and his armies out of the north and as far from the Stormforge as possible. For a time it has been very successful, but it's slowly coming apart. Valk has made his move. The tenuous treaty between Cattell and the Tinker is falling apart. It wouldn't be long before they discovered their secret. Now, he said, was the time to strike. Llazenax has asked you to help him destroy the Tinker, and you've agreed. All that's left is to come up with a plan.
Oh boy.
All
I
right.
feel like we have a good plan here.
We had a decent plan on Saturday.
We thought about a plan.
We've been talking, yes. So the RP here is that we've been discussing a plan while we've been here with Llazenax. I'd be interested to hear his thoughts to our plan as he's heard us discussing it in front of him. But I think where we landed is potentially using the death of Llazenax as a way to get the Tinker out. I guess. So question for you, Llazenax. Does the Tinker know anything about Soul Steel? Specifically the fact that dragons are needed in the process? Or does he not know anything other than he's found these beings, treat robots, I guess, like this. I'll just point to my body. He's just found these and wants more. Does he know anything about the dragon process, or does he just want you out of the picture because you've been killing his robots?
Yeah, you guys talked about this a little bit last time, and just to clarify kind of some of those details. So Cattell and Llazenax have been almost they've been kind of working together to keep tabs on these types of things and ultimately trying to keep the Tinker and his armies and Valk and everybody out, not just out of the north, but keeping tabs on what they know. And as far as they're aware, they're pretty confident that they have not discovered the secret yet, which is why bringing you here at all was such a risk, because now beyond the two of them, you're the only ones who know.
So I worry that our reason for them coming out is not strong enough.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Like,
Because he doesn't know that the dragon is necessary in the process. So what's he
Hey.
going to care?
What about this? So like we know that the Tinker really likes robot pieces. What if we found a robot piece place as we fought the dragon? And so if you want more robots that are super cool, you should come over here and nothing will happen to you on the way or when you get there.
I don't know that anything
Didn't we already
It's
do
gonna-
that with the other people?
gonna
though?
get the tinker. Yeah, I mean,
Well, maybe the Tinkerer won't come, but maybe like Valk will come out. Like, hey, Valk, we found more of the bodies that like Vin is in. Are you interested? We'll lead you this way.
I think Val just wants us to go to this party.
I mean,
Yeah, but,
what if
I
we
mean-
do go to the party, right? So we walk in, and we pretend that we're gonna hear him out, and then like the dragon, he's waiting outside, and he starts like.
Just hiding behind the wall.
No,
Just-
he's like far enough somewhere hiding, and then we give him the signal, and he creates like a diversion outside. Maybe he starts like calling lightning on all like the zombie holes or something, and then so everyone runs outside and there's chaos, and in that chaos then we can kill the tinker, because like half of his army will run outside to go see what's going on, and then we can be like, you're alone now.
I like the plan, but I feel like I'm underdressed for a party.
Yeah,
know-
it might not be a party. I just called it because I thought that maybe we would get food.
He did
and
specify it
drink
was a
and-
black tie formal.
No, I think
you
it's
know.
good to like go in and spy on the Tinker and like have the dragon as a spy. But I need a tailor.
You need a tailor.
Don't
Yeah,
think
because
we
there's
have
a lot of soldiers
time
over
for
there.
that.
So like Tinker, I need Tinker, tailor, a soldier, and then a spy.
Oh my gosh.
How many days do we have until that invitation? Raps, can you?
5?
Is it 5 days?
Yeah.
And if we just started walking now, how long would it take us to get there? Can we even get there in 5 days walking?
No.
No.
Probably
Okay.
flying.
Can we wind
We-
walk?
You could wind walk there. You could potentially. Some of you might be able to convince Llazenax to fly with him, but he's not very big. He certainly can't carry all of you. So you're not completely out of options, but your choice to
Right.
go north instead of straight west limited your options in terms of, you're not going to be able to just walk there and be there in time.
So like, it feels like we can alter our first. Okay, I'm fine with going in there if we just want to like march in there and like deal with the problem straight on. That tends to be my preference. But if we're like, we were close to getting him out of there, right? Or like a group of them out. So I feel like splitting this bigger force in half would be really good for us. And like, what if we just told him, oh, hey, we found another ziggurat. There's like another ziggurat with 3 of these things. And it's like, hey, it's super cool. It's up here.
No, I like that actually. I think that's even better than before, because then our other part but the centaurs are coming up on it. We have to protect it from the centaurs. That's why we can't come to you, because they're trying to get in and destroy everything, because they're just robot death crazy, right? And so we're defending this ziggurat from the centaurs. Come, and we'll meet you or your party here, and then we can come back to sorry, we're going to miss the party. Because
I'm up for either. I'll go to the party. We
I
can
like
find the
the idea
ziggurat
of trying to
later.
bring half of their group out. If it doesn't work, we tell them, okay, we're going to give it up, and we go in for the party.
Okay.
We're going to be late though. Like, here's the thing though,
Fashionably late.
we can't be late to our own party. Like, whenever we show up is when the party starts, right? I mean, that's the way this works. Like, it's not like they're having some grand ball and inviting all
There's
the.
no.
pe-
To
like-
be clear, just before it goes too far down this rabbit hole,
there's no party.
no party.
yeah, it's just an
Valk
invitation.
extended a formal invitation for
Yeah.
you to come as guests, where to make it very clear that
Right.
you were invited. You're not going to be attacked, right? Hey, we want you to come visit this place in 1
Why
week's
would we-
time.
Why would we be attacked at a party?
Right.
So we are the star of the show.
So
Yeah,
my
you're
thought
right,
is-
Ben.
if we're a couple days late, it's not like they're gonna be like, well, we don't want to see you anymore.
Right.
You're late. And especially since Valk's last
Invitation
word,
canceled.
yeah, like his Valk's last word was go take care of the problem. And so it's like, well, he knew we had to go up and fight this dragon. Like,
No, that wasn't us.
That was specifically to Cattell.
Yeah.
well, it was, but there's
She's
no
not gonna
way
do it
she's
by
just gonna,
herself.
yeah, one-on-one a dragon.
I think to add, just to kind of help you paint a picture, I think all of you would have come away from your interactions with Valk realizing that he is extremely intelligent. He's very, very clever. He's a manipulative person, right? he's going to be very difficult to deceive in general. And I think all of you would have that distinct impression. So any plan that might involve some sort of deception, I think all of your characters would be kind of not to say it couldn't work. It certainly could, because some of you are exceptional at this type of thing as well. But I don't think anybody would think that Valk is going to be an easy mark in terms of trying to trick him. You know, I think you guys would realize that that's a tall order.
Which is why we send Ziggy.
Not only that,
Ziggy to save the day.
Sure, yes.
Super unhinged.
Logic.
The most charismatic of the group.
Yep.
Hey, all right. Hey. I can hear you talking about me. I'm just right here, you know?
You're back in the bag, cat.
Hey, I got this story.
He's been working on it. Second
New
draft.
story, yeah.
So the invitation, I don't think, is any advantage to us other than information.
Well, we get in. We don't have to fight through the guards. We get through the wall.
We don't have to fight through the corpses,
That's true.
the
That's
not-
zombies.
But like, do you think it's like if you kill the Tinker, then the robots are just like?
Nope.
No.
No, but I also
Maybe
don't think
whoever kills the Tinker becomes the Tinker,
I think
There you
and
go.
then
And
well,
the
they
robots
have those
listen to us.
control. They have those
Okay,
control
robots.
bracers.
There can be.
So you're right. Actually, I don't think that's too far off, Jessie.
Chop off his arm, put the bracer on.
We
You
are
were the
good
bring
at
them
arm
back
chopping.
to Portsmouth. They could be bouncers at
Oh no.
the Sleeping
Do we need
City.
bouncers at this
No,
I'm
time?
just
Yeah,
as
like,
you're
portals
saying
are
this,
eating
that
everything.
rowdy?
Thorkum's eyes are just going wider and wider.
We
And I'm
destroy
like,
them all. We
do you
destroy
not
them.
remember how they slaughtered hundreds of undead? Like literally, we're just bashing them to pieces in the middle of the desert. Like,
Well, yeah, but
if we kill the
kill-
Tinker in the middle of hundreds of those things, and they go out of control, what do you think is going to happen to us?
Wind walk away.
That takes a minute to cast.
That's when like Llazenax comes in. He's like, "Oh, "I got you." Picks us up.
Venadil's a
Throws us-
murder robot. These things are literally insane.
Yeah, you got a good point, and I.
Well, so
swear Vin.
how do we go in and get the stuff then?
Oh no!
Thorkum, like we have no ways inside.
We're invited. We just walk in.
This is hard because we're dealing with somebody who's ruthless. Like at a touch of a button, he also did something that terrified me. Blew up.
The boom.
That
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was a big boom.
you
I didn't
if-
see that coming.
if for a moment that we present ourselves as a threat, he could end us. Like
All right, so we're not going to try to draw them out. So we're just going to walk in, get information, walk
I
out.
thought that was
and
the
leave and be
opposite.
like, bye.
Isn't that the opposite of what Thorkum is saying?
well, I mean that's
If we're
I
gonna
think- I
fight
think
them at
that's-
all, it needs to be not in their.
it
their
needs to be
house.
not in the thing. If like we're taking the invitation, that's not with the intent to go there to like punch the guy.
Yeah, but
in the
like
nose.
if we go there and then he's like, "Oh, Vin and 14, you can't leave."
Yeah, what do we do then?
If
I
our
don't know.
intention is we can't fight
We
them,
have to
like-
fight them. We cannot
knows-
leave. Leaving Vin is not an option.
Wait,
Not like it's not a good. It's not a good option.
what if we had?
Yeah.
What if? Okay, Vin. What if we had centaurs with us? Like, then could we fight him? Maybe have a chance.
Well, yeah, but that's
we've seen them fight the robots like pretty much pound for pound.
They're pretty good at fighting robots.
Yeah.
all right.
And they've
So
been fighting him a long time.
Yeah,
so
and I imagine
Llazenax,
there's like a lot of them.
I'm going to turn back to Llazenax because I know he's just listening to us go round and round again. All right, so we all agreed we're going to give up the ruse. We're not going to try to pull them out. Anybody still want to push for that? No, okay.
Oh yeah,
You still
I think
want
it's
to
a
push?
great idea.
Okay. Well,
The only thing I know about the Tinker is that he loves ziggurats. We say we find another ziggurat. We send Ziggy in.
Ziggy ziggurat.
Words kind of sound
Hey.
alike.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pro.
That's
And
that's what Jeshi's logic. He's like the two words sound alike. Foolproof plan.
will
This
only
rhymes.
always work. So, Llazenax, have you or Cattell had any connection, either of you, with the centaurs? If we wanted to reach out to the centaurs, would you even have a place to start?
As you say that, you're looking at Llazenax, who's sort of just, kind of like settled up next to you, and he's just
Baby dragon.
kind of looking. He's fascinated by this conversation. Like he doesn't get out much, and he certainly doesn't have any intellectually stimulating conversation with other folks very often. So you can tell but he's also a little bit like, you see an eyebrow raise a couple of times, just like, are they serious? Like, they're the adventurers. I don't know. Maybe they know something I don't. That kind of expression, But you're looking at him as you say this. But a voice rings out from behind you, Vindil. And you instinctively turn as you hear this voice. I am probably the only one who knows where to find Asaros and his tribe. Ugh, I hate that sand. And you see Cattell walking up, covered in sand, who has apparently just dove through the entrance and joined you. And she's just kind of, shaking out, just like you guys were a few minutes ago, kind of. And she says, she sort of walks past you almost, and right up to Llazenax, and she actually runs her hand across his sort of giant head, and she puts her forehead to his, and both of their eyes closed, and she says, "It is so good to see you, my friend." And you just hear, And she looks back at you and she says, "I am sorry for the deception, but as you can see, it is important." She looks back at you, Vinadil. "The centaurs will fight with us. I guarantee it. But they are as far away as we are, and perhaps another direction. We would need a way to get word. Do you have any way to do this?"
I do. But it involves us all going there.
Wait, so it's not
Talking
getting
about the scroll.
Okay, it's not getting word, then it's actually going there and talking to them with our mouths. Okay.
Yeah, we don't have any. We don't
it's
have
not
any
magical.
way magically to communicate with them, but we can definitely get there quickly.
Llazenax has risen an eyebrow, and she looks down at the scroll, looks up at you, and just kind of cocks her head like neither of them seem to have any idea what you're talking about.
Well, there's always a chance it won't work. I have proficiency with magical items, but this one is powerful. Turns us into clouds.
I mean, it wouldn't be necessary for you, Llazenax, but the rest of us can't fly or move quite so quickly in the desert.
I don't know if Llazenax, if you're the guardian of this place, would it be wise of you to leave?
He, for the first time, he seems to sit up a little bit, and his chin raises up, and he just kind of gets into. He's been kind of in a relaxed pose, and he kind of sits up at this point and says, "If this is to be done, we will do it together. I leave here often enough. Once more will be fine. You say you have magic that can turn us to clouds. Can it turn everyone?"
Yeah, everyone here.
"And must we stay together?"
I don't actually know. It's a good question.
No, I think for the duration, everybody has an individual choice to turn back and forth from cloud form to regular form.
Then could I
Just
not,
takes a
as
minute.
Cloud, go in this other place and go rally support for our cause? And you all go in this other direction.
To the ziggurat.
The ziggurat, yeah.
Perhaps,
And then you meet
yes.
us there?
Something like this, yes.
Like this, yes.
Yeah.
And so there's turtle. No, okay, we won't try to get the turtles.
Oh
All right.
my gosh.
Yeah, no. I'm just all of a sudden I'm picturing from every side. We got the Air Force with the Iroquois. We got cavalry. We got aqua.
We got the
I mean,
amphibious
just
attack. from the
amphibious
river.
attack. Like it's all coming together.
Man,
Yeah.
turtles run into the beach, instantly die.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like you're assuming a lot.
no,
They eat well. I'm
we're
not
pulling
sure
back.
If you're
We're,
like,
we're pulling back. They're basically armored, though. I mean, right?
They
They're
swim
just-
for like 2 months all the way around the continent just to join your fight. Instantly dead. Worth it.
The last of their kind.
They're kind.
Yes, we are doing good for the world.
Oh man. Okay, so centaurs. No, I like that though. You think you could get them to move, Cattell?
She says, she kind of like folds her arms and she seems to think about it for a second. If Azeros knows that we are moving against the Tinker, yes, I believe I can persuade him. There are
And
many,
do we
and they can move quickly when they
do we have a way though to get them through the gates? I mean, the story that we heard was that these gates are massive, and there's even potentially more than one. Gabor Ravani, I think, was telling us about all the construction that's happened there.
I point at the dragon. Blast the gates.
Can blast the gates?
Can you do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he just sort of nods like.
inside check.
Baby dragon. Believe in the dragon.
No.
Big dragon. You're a big dragon.
Dragon.
Llazenax.
Oh my gosh, Thorkum.
He says, no. He actually says, he kind of starts to kind of pad around the room and just stretches legs a little bit, and he's kind of talking just to the room as he's speaking, his voice echoing, booming around. He says, "Let us be concerned with what is outside, and you can be concerned with what is inside. We can manage. If we can cause a diversion, draw his armies out, then you all can go inside and do what needs to be done."
Well, it sounds like we can walk inside just by presenting ourselves at the gate. We would just need to time that in such a way that you arrive soon after.
Ooh, we could leave. We could leave Ziggy with Dragon, and then we'll just let
right.
him know.
Because you can communicate to Ziggy, yes.
Just give him the message.
Oh, you'll love it, Cattell.
This is
He'll sit on your
off-brand.
shoulder. It'll be great.
This
He's
is off-brand
fun.
right now with his good plans. This is it.
He tells great stories. You should ask
He
him.
does. Well, this is a great plan. We get rid of Ziggy. Ziggy goes with them.
You're
We can
right.
communicate like this.
Hey,
Don't talk trash in front
Suddenly
of
I do
Ziggy.
not like this plan. Okay? Hey, come on.
No,
No,
actually, that
just I will help, of course. You know, that's why I'm here. All right. I am always here to save your plans. You know, that's kind of.
By peeing on things? Like, anyway.
Hey,
Don't pee
sometimes
on
you know you gotta
centaurs.
do what you gotta do. You know.
Do we need to turn Llazenax? Well, you know what? None of this works if you can't manage this spell, Thorkum. What do we? I mean, I know we've got to know what we're going to do, but after that, it's pretty much.
I mean,
Can
yes and no.
Llazenax do this spell?
If the spell doesn't work, we can just start moving to the ziggurat, and the dragon Llazenax could fly with Velk and Ziggy.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know if the centaurs might be freaked out if they saw a dragon.
Thorkum,
Yes. Llazenax.
may I read that scroll?
Not yet. I have a question for you. Two, in fact. Can you tell me of the nature of Soul Seal and how it draws in the spirits of the dead?
To the spirits of the dead, soul steel is like a magnet, a beacon. They can't resist its call, For to them it seems like new life. A soul fragment near soul steel will be drawn to it. Indeed, in some cases, pulled into it even.
Then would you be willing to let me use the forge?
I thought you'd never ask.
This might take a bit.
Cue montage scene.
Do we have a spare
Ting,
soul like lying around? You're gonna put in something?
It's like
Ooh.
Thorkum swinging hammer,
No.
firebrand. Like,
Do you guys think like, oh my gosh, what if we kill the tinker and he's just like, and he just like goes into a tinker body, like a new body, like immediately, and we have to kill him again. And then they have the 2, so we'll have to kill him 3 times before he's dead. I've heard about these kinds of boss fights.
All this always in Final Fantasy. It's my true form.
As you're talking, Llazenax has started to kind of move across the room into the far hallway, which is... So you guys are in sort of a large chamber. The chamber that you started in was the one with the glass panels around where the light was kind of dancing everywhere where you heard this voice, and then you went down a hallway into basically an even bigger chamber. And there's a hallway that is... I mean, it's very big, very high ceilings. There's these giant pillars kind of holding it up, and the pillars themselves are kind of carved to look like dragons kind of wrapped around them. But obviously big enough for a dragon to move around. And a dragon quite a bit bigger than Llazenax, clearly. But he starts to move down the hall, and he turns as you're talking and interrupts you. And he says, "When you're ready, come." And he starts to move down the hallway.
Yeah, I follow.
I take a step and then I realize he wasn't talking to me.
Yes, I mean, why don't we just kind of talk over plans with Cattell while they do that stuff?
He stops again, and he looks back, and he says, "Thorkum is going to need all of you.
Oh.
Trust."
Okay.
Excellent.
Oh. Okay.
What is he making?
That makes me less confident.
Wait, less confident?
Yes,
He's gonna
that
steal
we're
our soul.
somehow
So you're
going to be in the
Working as
process.
a team makes me less confident.
I'm like,
Believe.
Thorkum has built a 14. He knows what he's doing. like the fact
Maybe
that we're going to be
like,
involved in
work
this.
I don't know.
There you go.
the
Yes,
parts.
maybe we pull a lever.
We'll be the
Point me to-
assistants.
Yes, all.
I'll pass you this tool.
So we all start going down the
Good with a
hallway.
hammer.
You all start moving down the hallway. Go ahead, Thorkum.
I'm glad that you guys are confident in my ability, but you've already seen that Tinker is beyond me, and apparently my father was beyond even him. I have a lot to learn. And I just keep walking. Is this like epic, just grandiose hallway?
Yeah, like
Amazing.
think
Okay.
Moria, like huge hall, like just very
Drums in the deep.
very large, like just you're taken aback by how big it is. It does in a way remind you of dwarven sort of grandeur in terms of size and scope, but again it's clearly Thulesian. But this place is special. I mean, even compared to the other Thulesian architecture you've seen, it's clearly different.
Do I see anything that stands out since I can read Thulesian now?
I would say, make a perception check, actually, as you're walking down. This is sort of a hallway that's probably like, I don't know, 60 feet wide or so, and maybe about the same tall. And...
Give Jeshi some stories. That transfer? No, I only got a 10.
That's it. That's okay.
D&D
I mean,
Beyond.
Sure. So you're walking down this hall, and it's about, I would say, 10-minute walk. It's you being small, Llazenax is not taking that long, right? He's quite big, but for you guys, it takes you a little longer to walk through. And as you're going, you can see that every square foot of the wall on both sides is painted or carved or embossed with these giant murals and frescoes of just these epic scenes. You've gotten used to this, that in all the Thulesian facilities you've been in so far, it's a very common practice. They like to tell stories, right? And tell, with these visuals. And these stories seem to, it's difficult to tell if there's any continuity to what you're seeing, but a lot of cooperation between the Thulesh people and dragons. You can see them building things together. You can see them forging, and you can, in some cases, fighting together. So it was clear that the Thulesh, as a civilization as a whole, seemed to have a very, very strong relationship with the dragons in general. You make it to the end of the hallway. In the center of this chamber is dominated by an anvil of pure adamantine. Great stalactites carved like diving dragons curve down from the ceiling like fangs. As Llazenax pads into the room, great glass spheres fill with an electric blue light which illuminates the domed ceiling. The draconic scenes are covering every surface just like the rest of the hallway that you walk through, including the ceiling itself. As you crane your neck upward to get a better look, you see a bolt of blue energy, kind of almost like a Tesla kind of situation. Like you see this blue energy kind of dashing between all these spheres, and suddenly it crashes down and hits the central anvil, showering a 20-foot area and blinding sparks everywhere. In the center, there's a large forge kind of around the anvil. This is the Storm Forge. As you walk in, Llazenax is looking longingly up towards the ceiling, just taking in the sight. You hear his voice boom.
Long has it been since I've looked upon these halls. Not in millennia has the light of my kin flowed through this furnace. Not since the days of my mother's youth. As wormlings, she would weave tales of its brilliance. The heart of the storm, she called it.
He looks back at you, Thorkum, and he walks over, and he raises his chest high, and he puffs out, and he brings a claw up, kind of on the side of his left breast, and he and he digs out a dragon scale, clasps it in his claw, and he extends it towards you.
Take it. This thing's big, right?
Yeah, it's
Like shield size. Yeah.
It's very large and very heavy. In fact, 14 probably has to help you hold it.
I'm also gonna get out the adamantine bar I was given
Nice.
by a Figpur. Did I remember his name right?
Yeah,
It's been a while.
That's Figpur, the storm giant. He walks back.
A dragon of my age has never attempted to control the heart of the storm.
He's staring up at the ceiling again.
To bend the power of the thunderlight to my will. To create with that which destroys. It can draw a terrible cost. But I am no ordinary dragon.
He looks back at the lot of you. There's a fire in his eyes.
I am the last son of Sizareth, the firstborn of Katerion. I am the power of the old ways, and I will not fail.
He looks back. He's fired up.
Be vigilant. The steel draws upon chaos, orders it, and constrains it. Ill things ride the spirit winds, and the chance to corrupt the ritual will be irresistible.
He looks back at the lot of you, distinctly away from Thorkum.
Keep your friend safe. Now, Thorkum, ready your hammer and magics. Prepare to work the forge and make your ancestors proud.
And he steps up, Llazenax draws in a breath, his wings stretch, fanning the dust of the chamber in great swirling gouts. He stands upright, his arms outstretched to the curved ceilings above. The scales of his belly sparkle a brilliant, electric blue. Thunder erupts in a deafening boom as Llazenax unleashes a torrent of sizzling lightning that arcs wildly around the room before it coalesces into a blinding ball of light deep within the furnace. The heart of the storm responds in kind, and from the thin openings in the ceiling, a rhythmic series of thunderbolts begin to strike the central anvil as the forge gains heat.
I'm just putting down most of my stuff, getting out my tools, and for the first time in a long time, Thorkum's like smiling ear to ear. This is awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Let us do this.
Llazenax produces another blue-white bolt, and again the storm responds. Kins, even you, something stirs within you as you see the lightning in the storms. Something familiar, something powerful. The ritual has begun. The Storm Forge has awakened. As Thorkum, you contemplate the first blow of your hammer upon the dragon's mighty scale. The rest of you perceive a subtle shift in the balance. The Storm Forge bursts with spark and steel, lighting the room in an iridescent splendor. But outside the influence of the mighty anvil, the halls grow dim. Jeshi, you immediately feel the deep twisting pain of the approaching dead, and instinctively grip Darkforge. The spirits have come, slipping through the walls as if they were water through a crack. Their twisted, translucent faces are screwed up with a malevolent lust. The ritual has awoken them. Roll initiative.
Ah!
Okay, are we getting a map for this, or is this all in our head?
Yep. This will be on roll 20, so...
Ah.
looks like you
Oh
guys are
man,
all-
we're gonna lose our
Awesome.
drawing.
Jeshi, well, actually, no, I'm going to keep 14 near me. He's going to help.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so wait to roll initiative till we get the new map up.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you
no.
guys are fighting without me.
No, I'm right next to Thorkum. I was told to protect him.
So before we go to our battle
crap.
map, I'm gonna leave this drawing up on the screen.
Everyone admire our
we
beauty.
can-
We are
can
artists.
appreciate this for a minute. This was
Claude Van Badger.
how do you describe what we're looking at right now?
Well, this is clearly the fight of Catel's
Picasso's.
Oasis. I mean, this was
Memories of Centaur love too.
This was
Yeah.
just to make sure people. What? No, that was
At the
not-
bottom.
Oh, at the bottom. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh.
Centaur love. There we go.
Oh man. Yeah. No, I mean this. It just
There was
clearly
some
describes
fire.
what was going on. That's right.
Yeah, you can
Jesse's
see the
surrounded by a
firewall.
firewall, different firewall, robots killing stuff, a big undead pile that explodes. Jean-Claude Van Badger. I mean, it's all the important things. Yeah.
Yep.
All the important things.
Jake,
I mean, this said map too, but you know,
can I do one cool thing before we
What
roll
cool-
initiative?
I don't allow cool things. in
cool
this game,
thing.
So absolutely not.
Oh,
Denied.
didn't I know?
Of course.
No,
What
he's
are we?
kidding. Yeah.
Depends how cool it is,
I-
but yes.
Want to cast Intellect Fortress on myself. New spell.
Okay.
Oh wow, Vin.
There we go.
Go for it.
Sweet.
I feel like you would have been preparing yourself mentally as you're walking down the hall. You're kind of getting stoked for this, you know. So yeah.
New spell. Let's do this.
Okay,
All right.
Let's see. That seems very loud, doesn't it? Let's turn this
Yeah.
down.
A little loud.
It's a little loud.
It's super spooky.
Oh, no, it was psyching me up.
I know.
Protect Thorkum at all
I did
costs.
feel like this whole prologue was like the start to a nice kind of heavy metal album or something, you know, like the lighting of the forge. Chaka, 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 chaka.
Did I take inspiration from every power metal album ever created?
Yeah,
Maybe not.
maybe so.
You'll never know.
Perhaps.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen here. You guys are going to defend Thorkum
Oh my gosh.
as he begins the process of forging a piece of soul steel, which, Thorkum, I believe your intent is to use this to do what? Do you want to talk about it?
Gonna upgrade 14. Hopefully give us some countermeasure.
So 14 and Thorkum are going to be somewhat incapacitated, focused on something else, and they'll have their own mini game they're going to have to contend with. Everybody else is going to be fighting. Thorkum, what you're going to be doing is, for each round of combat, you are going to have 2 crafting challenges, okay? On initiative 20 and initiative 10.
Okay.
You're going to, and imagine Llazenax is guiding you through this process, right, as it's happening. As the lightning strikes, the forge itself is gaining heat, and you're able to heat the metal itself. But as you're actually doing the forging and the hammering, you need to time your hammer strikes with the exact moment that the lightning strikes, so that as you raise your hammer, the lightning hits it and it comes down onto the steel. On twice per round, you'll have an opportunity to make a dex-based Tinker Tools check, and there's a DC. And I'll tell you that the amount of successes that you have versus failures will play a role in ultimately what you create. And hopefully the group is able to defend you while you do this. And I mean, maybe the things just kill you. That could end it too. But
And it's 14 assisting me, so can he literally use the help?
not in this case. I am actually imagining that because of the nature of what you're doing, that 14 himself is almost turned off because you are sort of working on him. You can kind of imagine this like a combination of forging and creating these parts and crafting them into 14 at the same time, just in the same way that as an artificer, you can kind of just wake up in the morning and just create a new 14, you know, so it's a combination of crafting and skill, but also your artificer magics are coming into play here. So you do not get the benefit of any help from 14. This is purely you and your intellect, which is fortressed, and so you're potentially getting, you know, this is all about your skill and to see what you can come up with here while your friends work to defend the process.
And we're level 9, proficiency +2.
Right on. Okay, so at the top of the initiative order, let me go ahead and... Everybody clear on what's going on? You look
Yes.
around and you see some monsters, some spirits, and it is clear that they are distinctly interested in the forge. You can see they're looking straight through you, straight past you, and you can tell that they have a somewhat singular focus, which is what Llazenax warned you about. Okay. Almost ready to go here. I guess I need to roll initiative. Give me a second. Everybody have your turns ready to go as I'm doing this. Let's see, there we go. And excellent. Okay, so we have 2 initiative rounds above 20. First of which is going to be Vinadil. Now, I have just sort of vaguely positioned you guys on screen here. If you want to make any minor adjustments to where you might have been, I'm kind of picturing that there was a slow build up to this battle. So you would have had a little bit of time to kind of, you knew what was coming. You knew that you were going to be in a position to defend Thorkum. So everybody just take a quick second and kind of, you know, within reason, decide where you would have been, just real quick before we kick off.
Can you give me Ziggy control?
Oh, sure. I think so. There it is.
I already moved myself.
Yeah, you're cool. And Vin.
Yeah, I'm actually good.
Whenever you're ready, it's your turn.
All right, then I'm going to move just kind of here, kind of staying out of sight. So, I mean, I don't know if it'll work exactly right on the squares, but and attack this one.
Okay.
Over to the up and left with the crossbow, and I'm going to, with a new kind of ability. It feels like after some practice, I'm able to kind of hone in on this and really see what might almost be a weak spot and take a little bit trickier shot. So I'm going to try to shoot this with what is called Sharpshooter. But I get advantage since it has not attacked yet. So let's see what happens here. Okay, so it's a 23 either time. But that'll be -5, so it'd be an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
All right, and that's going to be 18 plus 14. Well, I guess we have to know, was it surprised by me? So it can't see me. Okay, well, that's true, because it knows it's attacking things. So 18 plus 14, 28, 32.
32 damage?
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
You actually one-shot that thing. So as this spirit just sort of materializes practically out of the walls and just sorts of, and it's on its way, kind of beelining towards Belrissa, but with its gaze looking right through you, Belrissa, towards Thorkum. Vinny just steps around the corner and sharp shoots it right in the face. What are you actually hitting it with?
With the magical crossbow.
Magical crossbow. Excellent. Okay. Let me just double check. Because these are undead, they do have some resistances, etc. And but
So
that's a magical weapon, so you're good to go.
Yeah, magical piercing, yeah. And then I'm going to try to just get out of line of sight of all of them with the rest of my movement and hide.
Okay.
For my bonus action. That's a 18 stealth roll.
Okay. All right. So next up is going to be this guy over here. How do I do the ping on the screen?
You like hold down on it.
Oh, there it is. I always forget. Just hold down, click.
So when are my 2 rolls?
20 and 10.
20 and 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I will. I'm just going to edit your initiative to 10.
20. Okay.
And then.
So would I go after? Oh no, that guy had a 21.
Yeah. He's 21. Okay, so let's see. Let me get the hang of these guys here as we get warmed up. This thing is going to hover kind of in this direction. Tor can't make it all the way over there, so he's going to come right to Kins here, and he's going to do a life drain attack on Kins. And that is going to be a 23 to hit, which... pretty sure that hits.
Yep.
You just leveled up. Are you sure something happened?
No, I did. It hit for sure.
You didn't gain like 12 AC.
Uh-uh.
That's 12 necrotic damage on Kins. And I need you to make a con save, please.
What? All right.
This thing is actually just sort of, it's almost passing through you as it kind of touches.
That is
Ooh.
a 9.
Okay. Your hit point maximum has been reduced by 12. This reduction lasts until you finish your next long rest.
Ooh.
What? Oh no.
Oh guys.
Oh,
Okay.
y'all help. This bad. This is bad.
Okay.
Yikes,
Okay.
yikes,
All right.
forever.
Next up is Thorkum's first attempt at striking the soul steel. So you see Llazenax has sort of puffed in, and you see this sort of electrical current kind of flowing through his chest and kind of up through his throat, and he shoots it up, and Thorkum, go ahead and make your roll.
I just put it down here. Oh, I didn't put it in bar. Here we go. So here we go. Woohoo!
21. That is a success. You manage to cling. The hammer comes down and makes purchase right as the lightning strikes it. And you just, there's like this pulse from the anvil, from the Stormforge itself, and the whole room shudders as Thorkum's hammer makes contact. That's going to end your turn, Thorkum. Moving on. We've got, who's next?
I am.
Kins.
Okay, so what I want to try to do is make a firewall, but I want it to be like curved. So I want it to be like one part of the wall goes like this, kind of like making somewhat of a barrier closing off this area or this entryway and this entryway.
With what? I missed the first part.
Firewall,
With
or
firewall.
wall of fire, whatever
Okay.
it's called.
Can you curve wall of fire?
You can make it in any
Shape, as long as it's
any
the right
shape.
distance.
as long as it's
Okay.
the right, yeah.
You could make
So-
letters
Continuous.
Continuous,
spell
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So if it needs to be curved, it can be curved. But yeah, I can spell
Okay.
Kins.
So you're gonna form a flame wall, basically, sort of barricading the forge off from these areas. That's super cool.
Yeah.
You should be able to draw.
Oh right,
on
I
the map.
forget. I have to draw.
So yeah,
We know how to draw.
when you get a chance, go ahead and do that. But we can
Yeah.
envision it for now.
Okay, so I'm gonna make the wall, and then I'm going to bonus action wild shape into a polar bear, and then use my that'll be it. I'll bonus action into a polar bear after I do the wall fire. Yeah,
Kins
now
gets
I'm
very
chunky.
large and snowy. All
Okay,
right.
I'll draw the firewall.
Okay, perfect. Belrissa, you're up.
All right.
And Ziggy goes on your initiative, right?
He does. Yeah.
Okay.
Can he go do the help action?
You sure can? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do.
As long as it's within his movement range and it's, you know.
Oh, what that gives advantage, right?
Yeah. Well,
on-
what are you? So, for example, this guy right here, right? It didn't work. How do I? There it is. Okay, so that guy. So Ziggy would have to go next to that guy, and then use the help action to basically poke him in the eye to distract him, so that you could get advantage. It's kind of how that works.
And we're not leaving for like a day, right? It's like if I need to resummon him.
Hey, Ziggy.
Hi, Ziggy.
Hey.
See, you want to do this? You want to go poke him?
For you, anything.
All right.
Hey, Ghosty. Hey, look at me. Hey.
He's gonna use the help action, right?
Uh huh.
All right, so he's just being ridiculous, and is doing his very best to distract the ghost by using the help action, which gives you advantage on your attack.
Sweet. All right, which is going to be an Eldritch Blast,
Okay.
and which is a 21 to hit,
Definitely hits.
and 13 damage for that.
Excellent.
Oh wait, I should roll that hit again in case it's a crit. It was not, right?
No, you still only roll damage.
No,
No,
the
the hit.
hit,
Yes.
yeah.
Because you have advantage, yes, you should roll it twice just in case it's a crit.
Okay. And now this also gets advantage. My next blast.
I believe, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe with the help action, only the first attack gets advantage.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The next beam is a 13.
13 hits.
Sweet. And that's 12 damage.
12 damage. This thing is dead.
Awesome. Can I see this other ghost? And is that can I see through the wall of fire?
The wall is opaque, it says.
Yeah, so no, you cannot.
No. All right. Well, then I will just stand guard. And
Okay.
tell,
Thorkum.
tell Ziggy good job.
Thor comes up. Round 2. A lightning blast comes down. Natural 1. You're distracted by the flames, the heat of the combined heat of the forge and the lightning, but also the flame wall rising up. It was just enough to distract you, and your strike misses, unfortunately. All right. Next up, we have this guy way over here who is going to move towards Kins in polar bear form. It's going to use its life drain attack. 18 to hit the polar bear.
Oh wait, where's my polar bear DC? Do I have that somewhere? Yeah, or AC, yep.
Okay.
I don't know why I thought it was better. It's worse.
That's 11 necrotic damage, and I need you to make that con save again, please.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Dang.
Polar bear con, though.
3 10s on a 5d10.
Right.
That's pretty good.
Polar bear... Oops. Sorry, I had the giant eagle pulled up. I'll do the con save, though. Once I get it. Just 1 second. 22.
22, you make the save. And
Do
there
I
is
need
no
to
effect.
roll again for the firewall con?
You do.
Like, is that a separate con?
It's concentration?
Yeah. mhm.
Yes, thank you for remembering, because I forgot. Yes, so anytime you take damage, it'll be a completely
And-
separate check.
Is that druid, or is it still polar bear?
Con
polar bear.
is polar bear. Yeah.
Okay.
Strength, dex, and con are your polar bear form.
14.
You're fine. You maintain your concentration. The polar bear is just a little bit like, oh, what am I doing? Just, just not quite as smart as Ken. It's just trying to maintain. Okay. Jeshi, you hear Kins on the other side of her firewall. A noble act to separate what's going on, but she's now put herself in quite a position, a bit precarious. What do you want to do?
So I edge along the forge, like to here. So put you 30, 25, 20. So I don't have to see Kins, which is useful. And I cast Bless at 2nd level on me, Kins, Vin, and Belrissa.
Okay. So you don't have to see them. You can just say a creature of your choosing. That kind of
It
thing?
says 3 creatures of your choice within range, and then I did it at 2nd level, so 4.
Bam. All right. If you were in that
Uh,
list, consider yourself blessed.
And yeah. So we've fought with wall of fire a couple of times. Kins, remind me how it works.
So one side of the wall is flaming. So the side that I drew the jagged edges on is flaming. So on that side, if you're within 5 feet, then you take damage.
At the end of my turn.
At the end of the turn, yeah. So also, if you pass through the wall, you take damage.
Okay. But only on the one side, right? So I'll move like to here and stay on this side of the wall, and that'll be it.
Okay. That's going to end round 1. The top of round 2, we have a new wave of enemies arriving on the scene as the forge continues to gather heat. And you can see Llazenax himself is just, there's something happening with him. He's never done this before. This forge has not been lit in 1,000 years. You can just see it in his eyes. There's something primal. There's something, there's this visceral response with him. His entire body seems invigorated as he's just continuing this lightning that is keeping the forge going. And as that is happening, the entire facility is just humming with power, and the static electricity in the air is intense, and your hair's almost starting to rise up. It's almost uncomfortable, and the spirits can feel it too. And you see more of them start to appear. So we got a couple more. We've got another specter appears kind of out of the rubble of the top of this room up here by Belrissa. One of them appears down here, sort of right in front of Vinadil, kind of just let's see how the firewall's there. Let's see, what would a spirit do in this situation? Think like a ghost.
Go through the fire?
Yeah, I think it would actually be probably like right there, yeah. And we got a couple other entries. We've got a different looking, a slightly more robust looking sort of spirit comes out of just sort of materializes out of nowhere, as well as a similar one on the opposite side. So several more contenders on the field. Kins, make a quick intelligence check as a free action.
A 19.
19. So as you are, your senses are on fire right now. No pun intended. But you recognize that you're in quite a bit of danger. And as you see this third spirit materialize, you immediately recognize its form as that of the woman that you met in the upstairs of the Dwarven Fortress all those weeks ago on your way from Great Haven to Portsmouth.
Oh my god. Oh no.
The form is very similar, and you immediately recall the wailing of the Banshee and how destructive it was.
Shit.
As it comes out of the wall towards you. All right, Vin, you're up. The spirit has just sort of like coasted right past you like you don't exist.
Yeah. So I'm going to continue on with the plan I had before this, which was I had seen Kins get surrounded by or attacked by this thing before she put up the wall of fire. I know I had killed the one to the left and heard Belrissa firing off. So my plan was to go over here and shoot one of the little guys. But as I turn the corner, I'm going to instead shoot this Banshee that killed me once before, and with one scream. So I'm going to. I can't remember how hard this thing was to hit. It hasn't gone yet, right? So I'm going to get advantage on this attack as well. So I'm going to try to sharpshooter it. My question is, I had an 18 stealth over here. Does it know I was there? Or does it matter? Is it me or is it just in general? If it's already in combat, then it can't be surprised. Is that what we're saying here?
Pretty much, yeah. So
okay, gotcha.
Also, hide is static. Distinctly, it's the difference between hiding and stealthing. So as soon as you move, whatever your hide was is no longer relevant.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, I thought I could pop up in a new place and it would be surprised. But this one, I'll sharpshooter it with my crossbow.
Okay.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Oh, yes.
So
35 to hit. I'm sorry, sir, that does not hit.
Yeah, but I rolled a 1 on damage.
Good effort, Vin. Good effort.
30, nat 20. All right. Come into the
rescue. That's going to be 12 plus 28. What is that, 40 plus 10? So that's 50.
50 damage.
Yep.
Not bad. It is not enough to take out the Banshee.
Kill it. Yeah.
But
Figured.
you sure got its attention.
I'm going to man. I'm gonna just duck back behind the wall and hide though.
Zoidberg.
Vin, you also notice, Vin, that you are feeling there's a discordance for you here.
Oh man.
As your body is made of this metal that Thorkum is forging right now at this place, and your body and your spirit itself seems to be reacting and almost in a weird way repelling each other. It's a strange feeling, and you can it's almost you can just tell something is a little bit weird, though it doesn't seem to be affecting your performance. So very nice. All right, next up is the spirit who is right next to Kins, and it is going to make another attack on you, Kins, and that is a 17.
Yep.
Which, so that's 7 necrotic damage and 2 con saves, 1 for the attack and then 1 for concentration, please.
And both of them are +2 and then +1d4.
Boom.
Okay. I'll roll one at a time. So first for the con for the thing.
Okay. Good to go there.
So that's 13 plus 1d4. 13. 16.
Okay, you make the save. So next up will be concentration check for your wall of fire.
Alright. Oops. Did it go? No, it doesn't.
I'm just picturing
look like
Jeshi just like standing face to face with this wall that's somehow magically not burning him, but the heat is just blasting against his face. But you're bearing it so that Kins can be blessed by your aura.
I'm gonna roll it anyway, even though I'm not hopeful. That's 12.
12
That should be enough.
is enough. Well
Yeah,
done.
for a
Okay.
second.
The-
I rolled
Thank
really
goodness.
low on the con.
Yeah,
Thank you,
no,
Jeshi.
you rolled a 4 on a 1d4, and that's the only reason you made it. So Jeshi being up against the flame wall, bearing the heat.
Another
Doing
shower
a very
coming soon.
classic Jeff move that we've called the McTan stare for a long time.
Just staring at the flame wall, just like... Nice. That's great. All right, that's going to end that thing's turn. And now we're up to Thorkum again.
Oh, no down one, please. 15.
15 is going to be just fine. You've got it. So you smash the metal. Feels good. It feels that even though this is all happening so fast and so rapidly, that one miss just immediately you just felt it. It feels bad, man, but now it feels good again. Very nice. Well done. All right, moving on to Kins. Kins, you saw the Banshee kind of like moving towards you and suddenly distracted by something off the side that seems to have caught its attention, but the 2 specters are still on top of you. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I really don't. I am terrified of that this Banshee is back, but I'm gonna multi-attack the this one. This was the first one that ever hit me, so I'm gonna go at it first. Alright. Polar bear. And then the attack roll is also blast, right?
Yeah. +1d4.
Okay. Should just copy paste this and do it over and over. Alright, that is 16 to hit.
16 hits. Which one are you
All right.
attacking?
This one right
Got it.
here.
Okay.
That is. Wait, is that right? That's a 20, if I'm
That's
reading
your
that right.
2 hit. That was your 2
That was
hit.
your to hit.
That was my to hit.
Yeah, now you have to click on polar
Oh, did
bear
I not-
bite. You just rolled it.
Oh,
You typed it
I
out of
see,
it.
I see. Okay, sorry. 6 piercing damage for that first one.
Okay. And this is a claw attack from the polar bear.
It's the bite, yeah.
The bite attack. Okay, so as you attempt to bite it, you can tell that it being a sort of spiritual being is resistant to your attack. So it still does a little bit of damage, but it's halved because of the non-magical attack.
Okay, well, I'll just finish my multi-attack. And
Your
That's-
circle of the moon, right?
yeah.
So starting at 6th level, your attacks in beast form count as magical.
Hey, all right.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
So it is magical.
cool.
You're
Circle
a
of the
magic
moon.
polar bear.
I mean, it's already pretty magical. Let's face it. But yeah.
All right, so the second one is 14 to hit with 9 slashing. Magical
14
slashing.
hits and 9. Yeah, great. Okay. Cool. So this thing is still there, but it's definitely
there.
yeah, it's taken quite a beating.
It's all right. You're adding some hit points.
I'm
So-
I think also this one. Sorry, I can't click on it. This one already went, right? This one here.
yeah.
So it's taking firewall damage then when it ended its turn.
Does it have to be in the same space or just
It's
within?
5 feet.
Yeah,
Of
5
the
feet. I guess
direction.
technically I should be taking fire damage as well.
Yeah. Okay. If
Okay, good.
Great.
Damn it,
Less-
everyone!
I kind of
wasn't saying.
I
I
kind of
wasn't saying
assumed that she
anything,
wasn't
'cause-
going to light herself on fire and that we were
I
out of the
wanted
firewall.
it to not be in
Hey,
5
no,
feet.
you could
But it's your
move. It's
call.
your turn. You could move.
I could move, but they're all gonna eat me.
Yeah, just like squeeze it
goes
between
through
your
them.
thin
I'm
fire.
gonna
Yeah,
move.
squeeze right there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then in that case, what is the firewall damage?
Oh my gosh,
It's
hold on.
a lot.
Let me pull it up. It was a lot.
It's a
5d8.
yeah 5d8.
Let me
5d8.
grab.
It's a dex save
Dex
versus
save
your DC.
18.
Yeah.
Dex save 18. Okay.
Yeah.
And
So you'll either take full or half.
So
Kids are
it's,
right.
Ooh, it rolled a
Move
21.
right here.
So it's half damage.
Oh, half damage, yeah. Let me
Okay.
roll.
No, that's only on
Wait.
the roll on like when you first do it. If it ends its turn there, like it can't escape it. It says on the side of the wall when you cast a spell, it just deals 5d8
Okay.
to each creature that
So
ends
no
its turn
no dex save for ending your turn there. That actually makes sense.
Okay.
because it chose to be.
Oh,
there.
dex save for when it first is cast. Is that
Nice,
it?
Bellarissa.
Thank you.
Rules
Everyone
lawyering-
getting the checks
lawyering
here.
us.
Yeah.
Excellent.
No, y'all
Tech-
need
Good,
to.
good call.
So if we're retconning this, it would technically have taken that damage when
Yep.
she first cast
How-
it, and then
yeah,
removed.
Okay. So I'm just gonna
Or
roll,
so would
and then
she
you
have.
tall
So
me what.
we can just.
Okay,
We're gonna,
yeah.
we're gonna
Just-
ignore the first
Yeah.
turn where we
Yeah.
all forgot.
It's a
Oh
wasp.
my God.
It was just kindling. It was
Let's
just
see what the damage
just
looks
kindle.
like. So
All right, it's 18 fire
okay,
damage.
so if we retcon this properly, your first multi-attack would have killed it. So I'm going to
Okay.
transfer that damage from the second attack over to the other one.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
And
And
then
then,
you
and
can
then this one is actually destroyed.
you could move away just a little bit
I could.
Circle
without
straight.
getting a
If I
attack
wanted
from
to.
the-
Get your
Yeah.
butt out of the fire.
All right.
Now-
My little polar bear butt is on
Yeah.
fire.
Also, so remember too that had that thing been alive, she can't actually do that because you cannot move through.
Right, I
a
was
hostile
too
creature's
big.
space.
Right.
But now that it's gone, sure, go for it.
All right, I'm gonna stay right here
Okay, excellent.
and hope this banshee doesn't kill me.
And the firewall only does damage on one side. We determined that?
Only on one side, yeah.
That's super cool. Okay. All right.
The squiggly side.
Bellarissa,
You know.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
turn around and you just kind of hear like a hey, hey, hey.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Ziggy's like frantically pointing as he's hovering in the air towards this spirit, which has just sort of materialized out of two of them, actually, both coming in your direction, though again clearly focused on the forge itself. What do you want to do?
All right. Ziggy's gonna do help action on the siren.
Okay,
That's
what
it
does he
is,
do
or,
to help you?
He Just a whole lot of insults about being dead. And that she has no more body anymore, and no one's ever gonna love her.
You're not even alive. What are you even doing here? You know, look, this guy's he's forging stuff. You know, you're doing nothing. You're bringing nothing to the situation. All right, you have advantage on your first attack.
All right, and I blast her. Let's see. So first one is.
You know, if you were alive, you would have dodged that. But you're so dead, you can't even do it. I mean, you're just useless. Useless.
It was a 26 to hit. With 12 damage.
12 damage. Excellent.
Then the second blast is a, is that a nat 1 I rolled?
That is a nat 1.
I rolled a nat 1 for that one.
I think I pissed it off. Hey, whoa. Okay, listen. I didn't mean it. Look, it's her. She's the one.
Ziggy.
Nat 1.
Yeah.
Roll a 1d2.
No.
Yeah!
Oh no!
I don't believe in you. Come on,
Ziggy's
Dave.
been like, he's getting
Death
real
by
into this.
Eldritch Blast.
He's like whipping around. He's
Oh,
like,
Hey, I'm over
no.
here. Oh, now I'm over here. Look, you didn't even. Hey, if you were
yikes.
alive, you could just reach out and grab me, but you can't. Hey.
and he's just
One.
zipping all over the place.
On a 1d2 or 1.
Go ahead and roll damage on that Eldritch Blast. As it slams into Ziggy,
13.
and he takes 13 damage. How many hit points does Ziggy
I
have?
don't know. Let me look.
It's not 13. I can't do that.
How do you know it's not 13? It's 10.
Oh gosh.
Wait.
Is it modified by your level at all?
No, that's
Just-
like
I'm
the
just
full
pulling out.
damage.
Okay.
Is he resistant to Eldritch Blast because of his demon nature or something, you know?
Matricide.
No. Eldritch Blast is not one that he's resistant to.
This may test the strains of Ziggy's love for you. Like I'm just saying, like
No, he will.
oh my gosh.
Okay, so he's dancing around, and as the Banshee, for the first time, stops its, kind of moving towards Thorkum and looks over it and goes to attack Ziggy, and he goes, whoa, and it startles him, and he dashes, and he kind of like darts away, and he goes right in front of Belris's Eldritch Blasts, because she rolled a natural 1, unfortunately, and had a second roll to determine if if she would potentially miss, but rolled a 1 on that as well. Your blast hits Ziggy, and he poofs out of existence.
He's gonna be pissed when he comes back.
He's probably not going to be in a great mood when he comes back.
It's alright. He'll get over it.
We got a
Alright.
few days of travel. It's cool. We'll send him with the dragon. It'll be fun.
he'll be-
Yeah.
We don't have to deal with him for a few days, so it's okay. I'm gonna burn 2 sorcery points and blast this chick again.
Okay.
13
Plus
to
the
hit.
1d4.
Oh, plus 1d4.
Jessie is really excited
14.
about this. Bless y'all.
14
Hits.
to hit
14 hits.
Oh yes.
is 6 damage.
Okay.
Where was that low damage roll when I hit Ziggy? And then 15 to hit
15 hits.
with 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay. What's your total, potential damage on Eldritch Blast? What's the best possible roll you
14.
could get?
14.
14. Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's not 2d10? No, it's 1d10, but you get
For
to do it
each
twice.
roll,
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha. Got it.
And you add your charisma to it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
+4, yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
+4.
Got it. So, right, so 14, and then does the bless add to the damage or just to the hit roll?
Just to the hit.
Cool. Okay. Right on. All right. You gonna move at all, Belrissa?
No,
As these two things are closing in, and your companion has just.
Nope.
It's like,
All right. Stands.
Do
her
you
ground.
scream out, Ziggy? Like,
I curse. God damn.
Thorkum, you're up. Make your crafting roll, please.
Oh,
as you're
hey, wait,
hammering
Jay.
the forge. Yeah, what's up?
Those are out of order.
What?
There's an 11 that's below Thorkum.
How did that even happen?
But also,
just-
because Thorkum changed it, also the Banshees aren't on there.
Hey. All right.
I mean, they like came in this round, so I don't know. But
Yep. No, that is I totally forgot to roll initiative for him. So they're gonna go. Let's see what they rolled. Both of them rolled higher than 10, so they're gonna go ahead and go right now. Thank you. I would not have even noticed that, and I've been all confused when they didn't have a turn. Okay, so the first one is the one that's over by Kins. We're gonna back up a couple of initiatives here, which is like basically everything on that side of the fire is like a totally separate. It's like a separate situation. So this Banshee.
yeah, so the South Spectre and the Rock Slide Spectre, I think, aren't on there either.
Oh, jeez, you're right. Thank you.
But yeah.
Rockslide Spectre goes first.
Yes, he does. Good call. Okay. Thanks, guys. All right, so this one is going to basically 5, 10, 15, 20 is going to go right past Belrissa and is going to use Life Drain on Thorkum.
Do I get like a opportunity attack or something?
You would if it was right next to you, but it just sort of skirted right past you, kind of half through the wall.
Okay.
All right, so this is on Thorkum, a nat 20. And that is going to be 17 necrotic damage. And I need you to make a con save.
17 on the save.
Okay, you make the save. You take 17 damage, and you are going to have disadvantage on your next crafting check, Thorkum, due to the distraction. Okay, coming over to the right side, the Banshee, seeing the wall of flame, getting attacked for 50 damage. You got its attention, Vin, so it's headed your way, and it is going to. Let me just read a couple things quick here.
Like, I can't see anything, guys. How's it going? How's it looking
hey,
inside?
good for me. I haven't had to fight anything.
Yeah, Vin did hide
How's Thorkum? Like,
rather hugely.
You did hide, didn't you?
Yeah, with like a 30.
I did. I went around the corner and had a 30 hide roll, but
All right.
I mean,
I will. Let's see. It's gonna make
it still knows it got shot from that direction, but maybe it doesn't know.
It's got a
where it got shot.
0. Yeah, you know. How smart is this thing here? Let me, Vin,
Yes.
you are so well hidden that this thing I can't justify that it would go after you because you've just...
Become one with the shadow.
You know what I might actually do though is I'm gonna use it. Probably would come down to like here and just kind of look around and see what it could see if it could find you kind of, but it's not, you know, I don't know that it would. I don't know that it has any motivation to go any further. And you rolled a monster hiding check. So I'm going to say that it doesn't and continues back in this direction. It has quite a bit of movement. And it's going to move up to Kin's and use its corrupting touch ability. And that is a 17 to hit.
Yep.
And that is 14 necrotic damage.
Okay. Con save. It was a natural one.
Okay, the flame wall disappears.
Was it the flame wall or the necrotic? Oh, so it wasn't a double con save. Okay.
That was a really nice drawing. As soon as the flame
Good
wall
artwork.
disappears, it kind of... And it seems to be... Its attention immediately goes back to the forge. Okay, that's going to end its turn. All right, and then... Let's see... Sorry for making that confusing. I totally forgot to roll initiative for everybody. Kins, you already went. All right, other Banshee's turn. Okay, this thing is going to kind of move up in this direction. And this one is going to use... It's actually going to move up to right here. And it's going to use its wail. It's basically just moving in the direction of the forge. And its wail ability is any creatures within 30 feet that are not constructs or undead need to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm not in 10 feet of Jeshi, so... Or... It's 10 feet, right?
It's 30 feet.
It's 10 feet.
Oh, of Jeshi, yeah.
But my blessed people get plus 1d4.
I rolled a 13.
Okay.
I got a 15.
Okay. And Jeshi?
Please hold. 19. Because it already adds my +2. I always forget this. Yes, it's already adding +2 for me. And then if Llazenax has to roll, he also gets +2.
Okay. Just double checking that damage. And I'll roll his save. He's good. You guys all made the save barely. Barely in Thorkum's case. But all of you take 10 psychic damage.
Take 5. Intellect Fortress.
There you go. Nice one.
Wait, how many psychic damages?
10.
If we made the save, did we make?
If
the
you
save?
made the save, you take 10 damage. Yep. And don't die.
Yeah. More importantly, you don't instantly fall over dead. Yeah.
Well done. Nice one.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Gosh.
That's Belrissa. Let's see. You had your turn, and then finally we're back to this guy over here. All right, we're back. We're back in normal order now that we've got everybody on the board. All right, this guy is going to attack.
Bless is still up.
Yeah, he's going to attack Kins. That's 14 to hit.
Yes.
Okay, 12
No.
necrotic damage. And make your con save, please.
$17 plus whatever, 1d4.
That should be good.
Yeah.
This thing is then basically going to move right past you. So you can use your reaction to attack of opportunity if you want.
I am definitely going to do that.
And-
I'm going to claw attack.
Okay.
All right, that's 20 to hit
Yeah, that hits.
with 13 slashing damage.
13 damage. That is actually enough. And
Yes, I did something.
so this thing just, it basically almost moved, like as soon as the firewall comes down, its attention is immediately redirected back to the forge, and it sees Thorkum kind of banging on the anvil, and it moves through you on its way towards this forge and basically does this attack kind of naturally. And then you manage to compose yourself again and whip around and slash at it. Your magical polar bear claws just sort of, you almost grab it and like pull it back for a second as the strength of the claw attack just ends up ripping through the ethereal form and destroying it. So nicely done. Ends his turn. Jeshi, you're up. What do you want to do?
I'm muted. I moved right there, next to Thorkum.
Okay.
Good buddy Thorkum. I cast Sanctuary on him with the bonus action. Pop that on there.
All right. Thorkum has Sanctuary on him. Excellent.
And then I smash on the Banshee.
Smash on the Banshee. Nice.
Correct. Okay, 27 to hit. That's probably going to do it.
Smart!
11 crushing, but it's magical. Plus 4 radiant. And then I'm going to smite at 3rd level.
Nuclear smite. Goodbye. Delete it.
So that should be 48, 5d8. $28 more radiant
Nice.
damage.
All right. That thing is destroyed.
Yay.
Nice.
'Kay.
The combined
I-
might of Jeshi and Belrissa have brought down the Banshee.
I snarl and I smash on the other guy.
Nice.
That's that hit Thorkum. Just a 10 to hit.
Plus
You're
1d4.
blessed. You're
Plus
blessed.
1d4.
Plus 1d4.
We had to remind you.
Come on, yeah!
Yes. That was close. That hits.
Good job, Jeshi. Thanks, team.
You forgot your thing.
Okay, let me roll damage. 9 crushing, 4 radiant, and I'll do a 2nd level smite.
I'm dead.
27 more damage.
Nice.
27 more damage.
Yeah, so 40.
Yeah.
You hit this thing so hard, Dark Forge goes right through it, and you smash the stone underneath Thorkum's feet, and he has to like readjust. Thorkum, you like lose your balance for a second due to the force of Jeshi's attack as he decimates the specter behind you.
I'd like to imagine that as the hammer smashes the ground, the sanctuary spell like flows out of it and guards you.
Nice. Okay, that ends your turn. Thorkum, you're distracted. You've been attacked. You have disadvantage on this crafting check.
Oh.
That's fine. 21.
21. With disadvantage at 21. That's a fantastic.
Well, he rolled a nat 20 and then yeah. But that's okay.
Excellent. That was a nat 20. Great. I can't see those rolls, so.
Yeah. Well,
That's
the first
really
one
good.
was, but disadvantage. So
Ah, nat 20 and then, okay. but lost it with disadvantage, but still made it. I mean, that's really good. Nicely done. Okay. Next up is that guy, who is going to move in a this way direction and is going to attack Jeshi with life drain. That's a 22 to hit.
Okay, hit.
13 necrotic damage on you, Jeshi, and please make a con save. Is Bless concentration?
Yeah, it is. So I have to make 2. So the first one will be for the soul steal.
First one will be for the life drain.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
This
Okay,
is-
you make the save.
That's enough. Okay.
Yep.
So I won't roll the thing. So then concentration check for bless. Uh-oh.
Ooh. You.
It needs
But
to
you
be.
have your bless.
Oh, I lost.
Ooh, man. All right. Concentration dropped for bless. So you all feel a little less blessed.
Blessful.
Blessed.
Yes.
No, as in not.
As in, as in
Not just blessed, but like
Like one,
no more
D2
blessed.
or like,
significantly less blessed.
Yeah, I'll take a 1d2.
yeah.
All right. That's going to end its turn and bring us to the top of the round. Okay, we have some new contenders joining us
What?
What?
in the battle.
No.
I mean, this has been a rousing success. Ziggy died.
I'm bringing him back right after this.
We have a specter appears just out of the wall right near you, Balrissa.
As long as it's not a banshee.
We have another one appears out of this wall over to the right of Kin's. And in the center of the room, coming up through the floor, is a much larger spirit that looks not dissimilar from a large serpent shape. It is, in the sense of its form, it is clearly, some sort of specter or spirit of obviously undead, but you can tell that its form is serpentine as it sort of slithers through the air, and it even has just a more somehow an even more malevolent presence as it comes up out of the floor and starts to move towards the forge. For the first time, Thorkum, you notice that Llazenax, his attention is diverted as he notices what's coming down the center hall, though he continues to pump the forges. So, let me not
Go ahead
forget
and
to
roll.
add them to initiative this time.
Initiative, yeah.
That guy, that guy, that guy, and we'll resort.
You've got to delete some people off the initiative.
Yeah, there's lots
Yep.
of people there.
Lots of dead guys still on the initiative.
Thorkum?
The other Banshee's not
Llazenax?
dead, right?
Just one is.
Just one's dead. Copy that. And
We-
that Banshee's gone. And that Spectre's gone. That guy's not. And yeah, great. There we go. Okay, everybody
We-
is on the board. Vinadil.
We need to hurry this up. I shout at Thorkum and Llazenax, we need to hurry this up. And then before this guy gets a chance to move, I'm going to
Oh, no.
Sharpshooter assassinate him.
It's the boss music. Oh gosh. Whoa.
It's 18 to hit. The snake guy.
Double checking. Hits.
No crit?
No,
Oh, I thought you
Just-
said assassinate.
just advantage. Yeah, it just gives me advantage, even though I'm not hidden from him. So that's, what is that, 22 plus 10, 32?
32
Uh,
total?
Yeah, 32 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to run this way. This Banshee doesn't look as bad as that guy. I'm going to run this way. I don't know how big that rock is right there. I'm gonna run that way and hide behind that rock.
Hide behind the rock.
You're gonna
Yes.
hide behind
You're a
the
giant
pebble.
robot being like.
The 14 still.
Nobody heard you. You're fine. You're good. Don't worry.
Oh crap! There's another one over in the corner.
Yeah,
Okay.
just
No,
appeared.
He's probably just looking at me, so that's all right.
All right. Thorkum, you're up. You do not have disadvantage this time.
Will it matter? Oh, 18.
18. Success. The hammer smashes. At this point, the scale and the adamantine that you have begun to sort of fold together into this alloy, this soul steel, you're feeling it as the lightning continues to strike. It's more than just heat. It's more than just electricity. There's something about these this heat and this forge and these tools and this presence and this just the very static in the air seems to just pulse with some sort of magic that you don't understand, but you can feel it flowing into this material as you're hammering it. The Banshee moves past Kins. Kins, attack of opportunity.
Opportunity! Please, come
Come
on.
on.
All right, let's
do
Vinadil chunked that. It's
I was gonna say it's got to be close,
You
man.
chunked it. Let's see. All right.
Oh,
Natural
My
one.
second choice was better, but it was the nat one that got the.
yeah.
It's a nat 1. Roll a 1d2.
No!
Don't roll a 1 on that.
Don't worry, it's a claw attack. It's not like it's gonna hit anybody else, except
Yeah.
for maybe
I
your
got
butt.
it too.
You as you go
My
as you reach out to attack, you slip on the like ghostly goo on the ground of the other one that you already killed and almost fall over, but you manage to keep your balance and nothing hurt but your pride a little bit as this thing skirts away from you and continues, and it floats right across the forge, right up in Thorkum and Jeshi's face. And as it draws towards you, you can see the mouth just widen into an epic blast of a whale. So I need Jeshi, Belrissa, Thorkum,
18!
and Kins,
No!
and Llazenax to all make con saves.
Oh no!
Belrissa and I both have the +2.
All
I
right,
think
I have
Llazenax might too, just because of his size.
20.
Ooh. Oh,
15?
Belrissa. Oh.
Belrissa got a 15.
Yes.
Kins got a 20.
I
Thorkum,
am dead.
what did Thorkum get?
I got an 18.
18. Jeshi falls unconscious.
Don't worry,
Nice.
guys. Bless was already down. You didn't lose anything.
Is it like insta death?
Unconscious.
0 hit points. Yeah.
Everybody else takes 16 psychic damage.
I take 8.
Oh.
Okay, I popped out of polar bear form.
Crap.
16.
And Thorkum, due to receiving an attack, you will have disadvantage on your next strike. Ends its turn. Kins, back out of polar bear form. Let's shrink you down to size. You're up.
Okay. I'm gonna come over. Where am I? I'm gonna come over. Oh, I guess I can just do it. I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Jeshi. And I don't know. I'll do it at the higher level.
Anything
Here, I'll-
brings it back. I mean, you know.
Anything, but I feel
One hit
like
point,
if
10
he's
hit
gonna get hit
points,
again, like I don't. I'm gonna do 4th level. Let's do
I
that.
mean, why bother?
This is like the snake
that-
guy all over
Is
again.
that the logic here?
I mean, it's
Yeah.
just, you know.
So that's
Just gonna
12
keep
healing
dying. So
on Jeshi. Okay.
he will possibly get to swing his hammer one more time.
All right. And then I'll just move over here.
You can do a cantrip on the same
Yeah.
I can.
round as you do a bonus action spell.
Okay. So then I'm going to hold on. Let me get my ruler out then.
If you Thorn would whip this thing to dead after you like miss it several times and go laugh.
Oh wait, Banshee is right here. That's closer to me. I'm gonna hold on, let me read this. I don't have Thorn Whip actually. I don't know if that's a shock to you.
That's the only one I've ever seen you use.
I'm gonna use the only damage cantrip that I have. It's Infestation. So a cloud of mites, fleas, and other parasites is gonna appear on this Banshee creature.
Magical, I assume. Some sort of magical bugs.
Yeah.
Not even death can keep you away from bed bugs.
So it's a con save 18. Oh wait, hold on. Let me read this full thing. I've never used it before.
That's a fail. The save is 18. Dang, is that your spell save DC?
22 wisdom, man.
Yeah, 22 wisdom.
That's a
Remember who
lot
gave
of
her the
wisdom.
book?
So what happens is that it takes poison damage and then moves 5 feet in a random direction. So I'll roll a 1d4 to see what direction it goes, I guess. I don't know. 5 poison.
5 poison
And-
damage. Okay.
And then it can move on top of Jeshi?
I don't know.
Like, what?
This movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. If the direction roll is blocked, the target doesn't move.
Roll a d8 for direction.
It's d4, I think, right? Oh no, you want the full direction?
Yeah,
Okay. It's an 8.
an 8. Okay. And how far does it move?
It moves 5 feet.
5 feet. It moves inside of Thorkum.
No.
But
It says that if the direction is blocked, it doesn't move.
well, it's not blocked because the Banshee has incorporeal movement and can move through other creatures. But
I'm an object.
she takes 1d10 force damage if she ends her turn inside an object or creature. So roll 1d10.
Is it enough to kill her?
Oh, I thought it moved the cloud. Okay, it moves the person.
No, it moves the person.
Just picture this.
Ooh.
this
It's a 10.
It's a 10.
10?
It has
Yeah.
10 hit points left.
I kill it!
As this thing dissipates, like all the bugs are left over, and Thorkum, you start like, freak out a little bit as the magical bugs sort of dissipate. Wow.
Trash
You just
druid.
hear Jeshi
Trash
just
druid.
shouting. Just starts shouting from the ground. He's like, ah! Why are all these bugs here?
All right, Bellarissa, it is your turn.
All right.
Giant snake dude!
Yeah, not the other guys.
Giant snake dude!
Can she even see giant snake dude?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, wait.
You do not have line of sight on giant
Oh,
snake spirit.
Sorry.
No.
But you'd probably be aware because everyone else has reacted to
Something is there.
Something is there.
Yeah. I can't even move over there yet. No, I'm gonna take care of the little guys first. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm on the ground, almost dead.
Yeah, I gotta kill the
You're
one
okay.
by
You're
Jeshi.
okay with that?
Here comes the second natural 1 kill of the
Yeah, hitting the one by Jeshi is a natural 1. Oh my gosh.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my god.
Roll a 1d2.
No.
We don't have those. All of our 1d2s broke.
Oh god.
It's like,
Technically, I'm right there too.
Oh no.
well, you're 10 feet away.
Hold on.
What?
Did it roll?
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah, that's a 1.
How many hit points did you get back, Jesse?
We'll see. We'll see.
12.
I think it'd be 12, right?
Yes.
Belrissa, roll damage.
Marissa's banned.
My
from, like,
God, Belrissa, please be bad.
She's
at damage.
distraught. Okay, look, her best friend is just murdered by someone.
Killed her best friend.
I don't know who murdered him. Somebody did.
Oh no! My gosh, no! Oh,
Sorry,
my God.
Jesse.
Full damage. It's the most damage you could roll.
She's never rolled a damage above a 10 in her life, except for right now.
Oh my gosh!
Jesse, you're unconscious again.
So I had like 2 seconds of just shouting about bugs. And then biffed it. Oh, hey.
Yikes!
Okay.
If it matters, I am on the ground, and this is a ranged attack. I don't know if that matters.
You get disadvantage on this.
Goes over.
Do you want to move
Half damage.
Thorissa? Or do anything else?
Well, I still have another blast.
You have a whole nother Eldritch Blast. Yep, you're right.
So...
Jesse's already unconscious. You can't do any
Yeah,
more
I know.
damage there.
Yes,
so
she
it's-
can.
I mean, you
could.
could cause a death save. That's true. Yeah.
But wouldn't I have to, like... How many would it need to be a death save? How much damage?
It would take 2 off him. Doesn't matter.
Oh. No, I don't want to... I'm going to hit the other guy. That's not anywhere near Jesse.
I mean, that guy go. Oh gosh.
21
That
to
hits.
hit. That one. 13 damage.
Ooh, very nice. All right, he's still up, but he's taking some
Sorcerer
damage.
points! If there's
Yeah.
one time to cast Fireball, it is now.
Fireball? On this...
Yeah.
On the
On
guy?
those 2! Do it!
On those 2?
You can aim it.
Okay. I can do that. I'll cast Fireball on those guys. 20-foot radius. Yeah. That's like... somewhere
like-
over here.
Yeah.
Cast it over here. Get it.
Yeah, right there.
Right there. Yeah. That's
That'll
where I
miss
cast
Jesse.
Fireball.
Okay,
Okay.
so what is the dex save?
The dex save is
can't.
against 16.
Ooh, they both fail.
Okay.
Please! Roll awesome!
28.
28.
It was awesome!
28's decently awesome.
They're both dead. They're both very dead.
Redeemed.
Okay,
Kind
thank
of, maybe.
Jesse is unconscious at Thorkum's feet as he is sweating profusely, trying his best to concentrate. You can hear Llazenax is starting to sort of grunt as his strength is waning a bit, trying to keep the forge moving, and he's side-eyeing, kind of seeing what's going on as companions are falling. This is not the way it was supposed to go. Stress is high. Thorkum,
Now I run over here.
now she runs over there. Thorkum, with disadvantage, make your crafting
Do you
check.
have like a bonus action?
24. Take
Oh,
that! Disadvantage.
Fantastic.
Wait, do I? No.
So far, you've made
I
5
think the
out
sorcerer
of 6,
points.
even with disadvantages.
Yeah, the sorcerer's bonus.
Or
Take that! Disadvantage.
is that 5 out of 6?
Yeah, out of 5 out of 6.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. The guy that hasn't gone yet.
Oh, way over on the side.
Oh, he's gonna get to. Oh,
Dang.
19 to hit on Kins. 8 necrotic damage, and please make a con save.
Mm-mm. This is my favorite battle. Come on,
19?
Con. 20.
Okay, you make the save.
How much
Sorry,
damage
what was
that?
the damage
It
did you
was
say?
it was 8
9?
damage, but a
Oh,
9
8.
the attack was 19. Yep.
Okay.
Alright, and that ends its turn. Jessie, please make a death saving throw.
Come
What, is
on,
that
bro.
Con?
That's a con.
Is that
save.
con save?
Con, yeah.
Now, hold on. Let me just look at something.
You got this. Don't
You're,
die.
I think your +2 drops when
Goes
you
away,
go.
right? Because I'm unconscious.
Yeah, I think
So
so.
it's gonna be. I'm just gonna have to roll separate. Then.
Maybe we could put your soul in 14.
It's not dead yet.
There you go. There you
Larissa's
go.
a planner. She's planning
Yeah,
ahead.
that's right. Just making sure we're all.
As long as you
got
don't aim backwards, I think we're good.
plans.
19, Jay.
19, you're good. You have 1 success. All right. Bringing up the rear is this new creature. So, this thing is going to... Let me just check its movement. That's good.
Did Vinny get its attention with the attack?
No, not really.
Aw.
It doesn't seem to care at all.
Drawn it, yeah.
It moves right basically in between the two of you, Kins and Belrissa. Let me just read something.
I'm putting a lot of toothpicks in the toothpick graveyard today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this was not the battle I saw coming. Nor did I.
Sense of
You
disturbance
don't
in
want
the
your
force.
paladin to die. No, it's not good.
Well, no, and I didn't realize, wayward eldritch blasts. Like we had planned for a lot of things, but
There's a lot of ones come out tonight.
there's a lot of ones.
It's going to use its Howling Babble attack. So, any creature within 30 feet of it that can hear it, if for some reason you can't hear it, like as in you
'Cause
are
you're unconscious.
so you must make a Wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
I do not think I am very wise.
Okay, 20.
Kins passes.
14.
9.
2.
Vinadil and
Wait, can I use my I think I have a trait.
Okay.
A trait called
advantage on saving.
was it an
throws.
ability check? No.
No.
Okay, never mind.
No, good try. All right, Vin and Belrissa fail the saving throw. You're going to take.
Uh-oh. It's a typer.
You're going to take.
4 damage.
4 sounds good.
It's only 11 psychic damage, but you are both stunned until the end of your next turn.
So that means I can't hellish rebuke him.
That is correct.
How many damages? 11?
11. Yeah. On a successful save, you take half that damage and are not stunned. So that would be Thorkum and Kins and Vinadil.
Is it, what kind of damage is it?
Oh no, Vin, you're...
What type?
It's psychic, so you take resistant even further. So you take quarter damage, Thorkum. But
Off what?
Like 2.
off of...
Up 11.
It was 11,
Okay,
so you
yeah.
you take 2. All right. That's going to end its turn. Next up, that guy is fireballed. That guy was fireballed. Top of round 4, Vinadil. You're up. You're stunned.
Yes, I'm stunned, so I guess I'm unstunned.
You are now unstunned. Congratulations. Banshee is dead. You guys have killed a lot of things. Kins, not stunned. It's your turn.
I am not stunned. I'm gonna heal Jessie again.
Okay.
This is like reminiscent of that guy who got killed by the snakes.
Level.
It just
level
keeps
one.
dying.
Just level
Keep-
1.
Keep him alive. Well, yeah, I guess he's coming up. As long as he doesn't get hit and pass out again, right? All right, healing word, Jessie. Please come back. 7.
He's
Alright.
back.
Jesse's back
And then I'm gonna. I don't know. I don't know how this visually makes sense. I'm gonna try to infest this big guy.
up. Okay. more bugs just appear out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
you know, enclosed
Trash
space.
druid.
Trash druid.
Trash druid.
It's like
They're all
They're,
maggots.
they're following me from
It's
my
all
good
maggots.
berries, you know.
Okay. Gross.
The good berries
It
for like
is
a week
on
ago.
brand. It's
Gross.
on brand. You just throw berries at it.
Yeah. It's a con 18.
Okay. Con 18 is a fail. That is a really high DC. Boy, you're gonna.
All right.
That was.
So that's 7 poison, and I'm gonna roll 1d8 for pushing, pushing purposes. That's a 4.
A 4. Okay, so it's gonna basically go right there. Still in range of you guys. Nothing really happens of interest. Are you gonna move at all? And then Belrissa, you're up next.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna stay right here.
Okay. Belrissa, you were stunned though, so unfortunately you don't get to go this turn, but you are no longer stunned at the end of your turn. Thorkum.
Okay.
Yep,
Go ahead
fail on
and
that
make-
one.
Oh, failure. What was the roll?
That one
Natural.
with disadvantage.
1. Okay. Right. Next up we got... Oh, this guy is still around. He's going to go ahead and attack. Kins, 17 to hit, 4 necrotic, quick con save.
That's 17.
That is a success. And it is going to move through you again in this direction. So you can opportunity attack it if you'd like to. You haven't used your
Yeah.
reaction yet, right?
No, I have not. What do I do for opportunity
Scimitar.
attack?
You've
You
got
have like your melee weapon.
Oh, just for my melee. Okay.
you've got
So that
the,
would be
uh,
like the unarmed, or is
magic
that an
sword.
unarmed strike?
No, it's
You guys-
probably like strength.
Don't you have a scimitar, right? Am I thinking of this right, or do you have a dagger? I don't.
I have a
remember what you-
dagger. Oh, okay. So I'll do
But
that.
she's got the magic.
It's finesse.
I don't
It's-
think I
sword.
have the.
I thought we
Yeah.
gave you the staff that turns into a sword.
Yeah, I didn't put that in my, or I didn't put like any details of that in my
Okay.
D&D Beyond, so I don't know what it does.
You're probably not proficient with it anyway. It's just like a D20 plus your strength or something like that.
Okay, so that's 17 to hit
Okay.
with 5 piercing.
That, 5 piercing is... okay, this is actually the first time anyone's hit this guy. Cool. All right. That ends him. Jessie, you're up. You're alive. As you kind of wearily stand up, you see this very large spirit coalescing and kind of moving towards the forge as the climax of the crafting is happening here. You can see that the dragon is exhausted from keeping the forge going. Thorkum is barely standing. He's just trying his best to keep in time with the lightning strikes. This thing is right in front of you. You've just stood up. You're trying to get your bearings. What do you want to do?
Okay. I
They're undead.
flash my tattoo that's on the back of my neck and turn undead.
Ooh. Nice.
So they have to make a DC 14 wisdom save.
Okay, the smaller guy definitely fails. And the bigger guy, natural 1 on his wisdom save.
Get thee gone, spirits!
So what happens?
They turn and run as far away from me as they can go.
Does that change for you at level 9? Do you get destroy, or when does that happen?
No, I don't know.
No.
Not until later.
Okay.
All right, so the smaller one begins to turn and run away, which should give you an opportunity attack, right? Does that?
Yeah.
Sure. It's kind
Well,
of-
so it's not clear whether they move like on my turn or theirs.
Oh, right.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It just says they turned for a minute.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. So on their
It's
turn, they'll have
Oh
to
wait,
is on
here,
their
there's
turn.
more detail. So let's spend its turn trying to move as far away from me as it can.
Right.
That's good. It's like they don't do anything else. They just run.
Yeah.
And my friends have fought with me before. They would know that if it takes damage, it breaks the effect.
Okay. All right. So, since this is the very end of the round, the large spirit, having rolled a natural 1 on its wisdom save against Jeshi's turn undead, as he's risen from unconsciousness twice, the spirit, at the final stroke of the hammer from Thorkum, the forge begins to die down as Llazenax is trying to catch his breath. You can see the light begins to dim. And at the same time, Jeshi's turn undead has such a profound effect on the spirit that it just immediately turns and just dips into the floor, back from whence it came, and is gone. The specter, moments later, tries to disappear, basically just sort of frantic in its movement, just trying to bolt away from Jeshi. Jeshi, go ahead for funsies, make an opportunity attack against this thing as it tries to escape you. Yes.
18.
We're
14 damage.
that is plenty. It had no, that's definitely good. So let's see here. We're gonna go back to
Musical
Okay.
interlude.
musical interlude. As the giant spirit, you're unsure what it was, though you can venture a guess, begins to move away through the floor due to Jeshi's insanely powerful turn undead. It the room starts to go a bit quiet, and the forge itself begins to dim as Thorkum, you are just, you know, the intensity of that situation of trying to craft something that is, you would probably think is probably one of the most difficult things you've ever tried to do in general, and having to do it under those conditions, and the fact that there was so much disarray around you and just chaos. You look down at what you have and what you've created, and the material is glowing. It's like a dull blue sort of alloy, sort of folded mixture of this dragon scale, this brass and blue dragon scale mixed with adamantine. And with your artificer magic, you are able to further mold this into the shape that you need for 14. You want to describe how you put this back together? What are you going to do to basically bring 14 back online with these new parts?
I'm going to weave the material with my magic into these strands that basically from 14's head down his limbs through his torso into his feet just create this glowing muscular structure underneath the plating.
Mm. 14 slowly comes back online, and as it begins to move, you see it kind of like almost doing like a mobility check as it kind of just checks, its joints all begin to move, and you can see there's a couple moments of it sorting itself out a little bit. Llazenax, he's watching this, and as 14 begins to move again, he looks back at Thorkum and he says,
I did not expect it to be that difficult. You've done well. You've done not what any have done in 1,000 years.
Thorkum falls to the floor. It's like, ugh.
he
Takes a knee. T-bows.
I'm also on the floor.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, man. Good job.
He, as you look at Llazenax, you can tell he's clearly exhausted, and his scales are glistening just from kind of just the whole experience. But you also see that he almost looks stronger.
Dragon farts killed interwebs.
It seems like it's going again. Is it going again? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I think we're back. Wow. That's never happened before. The sheer, epicness, the stuff. It's just it's like it was like an EMP, like the forge shutting down, just and ended all internet in Austin apparently. All right. So, what we were saying, when did we even go out?
You said Llazenax says.
Llazenax
and then-
says.
Looked,
and then it
well, he
stopped.
looked
It was
stronger. You said
almost
he
looked
looked
stronger.
almost
Got
looked
it.
stronger. Yes.
Okay, cool. So we didn't really get anywhere. We didn't miss anything important. Got it. Yeah. So basically, Llazenax is kind of like he's like looking at himself in a way where he almost is kind of like there's something has changed, and as you look at him, you swear he's a little stronger looking. He's a little bigger. He's a little bit more. There's just almost as if something has awakened within the dragon, and he kind of looks around, and you can tell he's feeling it himself too, and is just trying to figure out. And you see him just say to himself,
The legacy of the line of Naxio shall not wane on my watch.
and you just hear as he takes in this enormous breath and his chest puffs out and he looks up towards the heart of the storm. And around the room at the Storm Forge, relit, the soul steel successfully forged. And he's proud. Everyone's exhausted. Thorkum, you look over at 14, and you can see he too has changed. Vinadil, as you approach 14, you can feel something there is almost a draw. The freshly forged soul steel, you can feel your own spirit is almost like a magnet is being, like you need to sort of step away from 14 as he's almost glowing to your eyes. 14 has gained some new abilities. I'll post this in Sparrow's Corner in Discord, so you can check out what they are. His Soul Steel frame. The newly forged frame has a similar tensile strength to forged steel, but with a lower density. The material halves the weight of the construct, but the frame itself is bulkier and takes up more internal space. This upgrade replaces the original steel structure of 14 and negates any storage space it once had. You get some statistical improvements for 14. For each successful hammer strike during the forging of the soul steel, you get +2 ability points to a maximum of 6. So that gives you 6 ability points you can distribute for 14. You also get an ability called Soul Rip, which enables 14 to target an undead or a construct powered by a soul fragment and rip that soul from within it, rendering it gone. And finally, the Exercise ability, which allows him, with those collected souls, to unleash an area of effect blast of forceful soul energy in an AoE from around him. So I'll post this in Discord. You guys can check out those details as soon as the stream is over. But 14 now has this inherent ability to absorb souls, fractured souls, as the soul steel within him attunes to the world. So awesome. 14 gets an upgrade. You guys have completed the forge. You can now head back down. The dragon and the dragon Llazenax begins to sort of, he's just kind of standing in awe and catching his breath, and you can see he's interested in 14, but he's kind of lost in thought as he's just proud of the achievement. What do you guys want to do?
Jeshi, watch this. I'm gonna have 14 arcane jolt Jeshi for health. He just puts both hand and shocks you with force. And you get 13 health back.
Whoa.
Walking defib, guys.
Oh my goodness.
Kind of reminds me of coffee.
Yeah.
So like, that was pretty sweet. Now like, is he like 15 now?
14 and a half.
No, he's still the same.
Okay, I wasn't sure, you know.
Yeah.
Is he like shut down there? I was like,
He's
I
been
don't
around
know.
for a while.
Okay.
Plus, I'd have to replace the number on his forehead, and I don't feel like doing that right now.
I was like trying to pay attention to what you were doing, but maybe you could fill me in later, because you know I'd like to write it down.
Okay.
I'll remove your name, you know, for anonymity. People think, you know, because like
Protect your
sometimes I've heard
privacy.
that like, you know, the old like famous stories, like people would be walking through town, they're just trying to like get some food, and people would be like, oh, you're the guy who like lit the
Yeah, that'd be
forge and
super
made
weird
the
for me.
robot and da-da-da. And I don't think you'd be into that.
We're good.
Sparrow might be.
So I
Anyway,
guess now we can get back to the whole going to talk to the centaurs.
well, yeah, I mean, like after bed.
Yeah. Holy
After
crap.
bed, it's been like 5
And I
minutes.
died twice today. I know you don't care about that stuff anymore. And not only did I die twice,
You could-
once to an undead, which is like my nightmare, but Belrissa smoked me in the face.
Hey, guys, is it strange usually, like, peacefully quiet? Huh.
Yeah, about that. I've got something to take care of over here.
We've had a couple deaths today.
Sometimes the Eldritch Blast, it misses and bad things happen. I'm sorry, Jesse,
true.
and I have to go. I immediately run up
It's cool. It's cool.
and start casting Find Familiar again. And I lay out all of his favorite things.
I mean, it happens. I've
Sticky
like,
toys.
I've seen her like, it's harder than my magic. I just kind of like, once I hit, then I'm like, magic. Like having to aim seems like a disaster. But I don't have to aim.
Oh, all right. So do we really have to wait a day here?
Yes, dude.
Can't we wait? Isn't it going to take us like 4 days to get where we're going?
Are we?
No.
We're.
We're clouding.
Travel
Cloudy.
here. I mean, like, it's what time
Okay.
of the day is it?
Well, I guess, okay, so Cattell and Llazenax could take off. Because Cattell wasn't here at all, so she should be fine. And Llazenax, probably as soon as Ziggy comes back, they could take off.
But
And
we all
then
have
we'll
to. We have to cloudify at the same time.
At the same time.
No, they don't have to cloudify. They're just going to fly.
There's
I'm
a
sure.
Hey, Vin, there's a chance I fail the scroll read.
That's
We're
true.
gonna have
Llazenax doesn't read
Llazenax
it.
cloudify for us.
Yeah.
Vin, we're good.
I can read the scroll for you.
Yeah, that.
It will not fail. Of that
So we're
you
going to
can
take a
be
little
sure.
rest, is what we're saying, and then we'll
Yeah.
read the scroll.
You
Okay,
definitely
so
need a rest.
as we're relaxing, the night goes on. I'd like to, talk to Llazenax if he's, around.
He is around. Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
I don't say much, but mostly I'm trying to I'm very inspired by the way that he speaks. It's very commanding. So I'm taking notes as he talks. Everything that he says, it's very short. He said something like the line of somebody won't be failed while he's on the watch. And it was the coolest thing I've ever heard. I don't know. I was half conscious, but it was sweet. This is awesome. This is the best day of my life. And I died twice. But I would like to share with him the stories that I have been accumulating. If he will listen to me.
He's actually quite happy to. Yeah, he clearly didn't expect this to be. I mean, he warned you of the danger, so it's not like it was completely unexpected. But you could tell he's pretty exhausted himself, and it was more than he expected. So he's resting as well, and he's very interested in your stories actually, and particularly of when you. I'm assuming is there anything you don't tell him?
No, I tell him the story from the trees,
Okay.
and I tell him the story from the Bali, and a couple of other nuggets of wisdom here and there.
So he perks up particularly when you talk about Alara and Raikkonen and just that whole situation, and he mentions that his mother, Llazenax, was the champion of Parsenius, which he mentioned last time, but he kind of mentions it in a way that suggests you would kind of know what he's talking about, and obviously you've heard of his mother and you know all about the champions of these gods, in that kind of tone. But he talks about how Raikkonen and his mother fought together in the past, and they were comrades. They were they
Can I also, I believe that we all he wasn't hiding the fact that he lingered looking at my hammer. Can I ask him about it?
Sure, yeah. He mentions. So one thing that I didn't mention that I had intended to mention, which you can imagine probably would have led you to the same point, is that when you guys entered the room with the Stormforge, there is a statue of Dagonlear Ashhelm in the room, which Thorkum you'd have noticed as well, being that he's a dwarven demon.
At the forge?
At the forge, yeah. And which is, as you can imagine, a little bit, peculiar, given that the dwarves were not necessarily associated with the Thulesh, and particularly not with this whole ritual and everything. But he mentions that, again, tales kind of from his mother. A lot of this is just kind of secondhand as he's telling you what he was taught when he was kind of a young dragon. But that, the god Dagonlear was the one who created the Stormforge. And he also recognizes, he can kind of sense the magic of the hammer, being that it is sort of inherently connected as well. So that was the source of his curiosity there. And, yeah.
Okay. I think at some point then I'd probably go to the statue. And yeah, I'll just kind of sit near it and like inspect it a bit. And I think at some point I'll probably, well, what is it? Is it like an upright statue?
Yeah, it's just a statue kind of him standing upright, holding in his hand a forging hammer. Yeah.
Okay, Jesse doesn't really know. Nobody has taught him anything about anything. So I think he will. I'll take a little water and like a small bowl, and I will perform the ceremony spell, which takes an hour, and make the water in the bowl holy water, and just kind of clean the statue with it. And then just like cast protection from good and evil on it and walk away.
Excellent. So what is the plan for next week? Before we wrap up, let's get some clarity on that so that we can hit the ground running.
Rest.
You're gonna. Are you taking a long rest or are we short resting?
How many days is left?
Days to
5?
What?
The invite?
Yeah, technically the invite would be 5 days away still.
Okay. Yeah. Long rest.
How long until Ziggy can come back? Because I mean, Ziggy has to be here for us to communicate.
It only takes an hour, so I started it as soon as the battle was over.
Yeah.
I'd like to imagine that my bless ceremony is somehow fighting against you, your ritual summoning.
They're
We'll try to come
conflicting a
back.
little bit.
All right. Well, I guess we can wait a day. I'm gonna push for us to bandage up and get them moving.
I'm
but
okay with short but Jesse's got.
No, I insist on sleeping. I'm sleeping in this place.
Okay, so we're
All
gonna
right, then.
long rest, and then we're all gonna cloudify, and then Llazenax and
Llazenax,
Alara?
Cattell, and Ziggy, right?
Cattell. Sorry.
And
Ziggy.
Cattell and Ziggy
Are all gonna
gonna
go see
go.
the centaurs.
Yep.
We're gonna go most of the way to the ziggurat.
Yep.
Are we gonna meet up?
Because we've got to
outside?
wait. We've got to wait like 3 days outside the ziggurat.
Yeah, we could even go back to the oasis.
No, because the oasis to the ziggurat is a long walk. It's a
could-
I
really
thought it
long
wasn't
walk.
that far, was it?
No,
We could look for another ruin.
It's
week.
not that long for the car thing, but it's a long walk. Like they basically said, you don't walk it, right? Because there's storms and crazy stuff, and like you don't walk that. And so
Yeah,
We're gonna have to-
It's a week on foot through madness.
we're gonna have to fly almost to the gates, basically,
And then
and then
find
hide.
somewhere to hide that's safe. Some sort
Yeah.
of underground, ziggurat or something.
So yeah, that'll be the plan. Is like we're gonna pick maybe Kins, or we can't talk once we become this thing, so we'll have to pick one of us to follow, and then follow them, and where we stop, we stop. But anyway, that's the basic plan.
And then,
And then we wait for Ziggy to tell us they're on their way.
and when they're, so then are we gonna rendezvous before we go in?
No,
No.
I don't think so. I think we have to go in before they get there. We're gonna have to trust Ziggy to kind of.
But like a
Time
couple
that for us.
hours before they get there.
Well, maybe we can
Max,
ask.
right?
Can we
Yeah.
ask like Llazenax and Cattell if they know of a place that might be a good rendezvous? That's like nearby enough for us
Yeah.
to like make sure that they're not far behind, because they're gonna have to like know how fast the centaur can get here too.
Sure.
And we just don't want to. Yeah, we just don't want to be seen with them, because otherwise
I
it
think-
kind of breaks the whole ruse. So
Yeah, I think that level of detail we can certainly get into when we get
Okay.
started. and then move into it.
Do we want to make that part of it then? That we're gonna wind walk or whatever pretty close, but like to maybe some place that's useful enough to try to catch up with them before we go in?
I think
Yeah.
that sounds good.
Okay.
Okay, great. So it sounds like we've got an pretty good plan.
Is it a good plan? That's good.
I'm glad.
I know.
Thorkum, I'm glad you asked your last two questions. Otherwise, we
Oh
were just
my
like
gosh,
wind
yeah.
walked and taken off without seeing
Okay,
the whole
bye.
forge. Yeah.
All right, excellent. Nice job,
Oh,
guys.
my
That was
goodness.
exciting. That was a little bit of a side side turn, maybe unexpected, but you have.
I mean, if we're
unlocked
looking for Nat
something.
1 shorts, we just got some killer Nat 1 shorts.
I know. I saw that. Well, I saw
Killer?
also
Huh?
the suggestion of when Bilrissa accidentally injures teammates, like that as another series.
There's a lot of those.
That could be a
Any.
pretty big
I can
video.
tell you, I'm not that excited about my anti-Babe Ruthing that one. Where it's like,
Calling
oh, you're
it.
a natural one and kill me.
I know,
Not
that
only
was-
did you get a natural one, but
See,
you had
that
to
has
roll
to be part of it.
12,
is-
13, or 14 to kill me.
So it's actually your fault.
Yeah.
I blame Ziggy. Ziggy cursed me on his way out with his dying breath.
Yeah.
That's
We-
what happened.
That's gonna be like when Ziggy comes back. I'm gonna be like, look, at least I got Jessie as well. So that she-
Balance
Zig-
the
It wasn't
Ziggy is-
just you.
Ziggy's quite fond of Jessie, so we'll see.
Oh my gosh.
It's mutual. All right, we're gonna go ahead and raid somebody here. Let's get this going. I don't know who these guys are, but they just got started, and we'll go ask them how the plan's going. See what's happening with them.
Baka Bros. All right,
Super
all
Baga
right.
Bros. We'll see. See
Vin,
what's going on.
Vin hit for 50.
That was a
Yeah,
pretty,
that
Big
was
one.
so
that was
intense.
a pretty gnarly hit.
That was
Yeah.
big.
That's a Nat 20 though. I mean, that's what it's supposed to happen when you
Yep.
when
That's a
you
good point.
sneak attack.
All right,
Critical.
we'll be live Saturday night as well, same time for the after show, talking theories, talking just awesome stuff. We do a little bit different stuff every week. Thank you guys for hanging out, being there. Thanks for watching the game. We appreciate it. And until next time, good luck with your bad plans.